Hello, my name is Paranormal Tej, and we are back for another location investigation. This is a very special one to me, as this was actually the first location I ever experienced paranormal activity at as a really little kid. So I am very excited to be here, actually with my family this time, who is going to be joining us. So would you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Tej's mom. I'm a professional psychic medium, Sherry Jewell. Obviously I'm into the paranormal and always have been. And we will be sharing some stories from 20 years ago about some of our experiences here that still continue to this day.
Hi, I'm Julie. I'm Tej's aunt, and I have been into paranormal investigation for at least 30 years. I was here during Tej's first ghost hunt, and I brought my equipment. I brought an ovilus, but this was many, many years ago.
It's like
so
the
it was
OG
like,
ovilus.
yeah, the OG ovilus. And we just had so many experiences happen, which we'll probably talk about later.
Hi, I'm Tej's dad. I gave her the nickname Tej.
It's true.
I coined the term Tej.
Take credit where credit
So-
is due.
Yeah, we've all seen things for like 30 years.
At least.
We're in the place where we've all seen a lot of things. So now we're trying to validate it and see what we can find.
Now that we have the real deal way to do it,
Now that we
we're
have
not
the
just
real
people
deal way.
strolling
And we were
around.
amateurs before. I was bringing
We
Ouija
had no
cards, we
30
were bringing the
years ago.
oviluses.
Yeah.
We were just guessing before and had good luck, and now we have the actual stuff and we can do it for real.
So apparently we have a genetic disposition
We
to
do.
looking for
Ghosts.
spirit
To
and
ghosts.
communicating with spirit. I don't know why.
Or genetic
My mom
flaw,
had it,
depending on how
his
you-
family, so it's on both sides of Tej's family.
All right, so what is your favorite paranormal experience at this location?
So years ago when Taylor was like approximately under the age of 10, we were here at like midnight and we decided to take all the little kids at this location we're at on a ghost hunt because obviously we are in Marina. You can see the lake and the kids can stay up late. So on the weekends. So we were just like had like, my family with, Tej and her brother and Jeff and I decided to go on a ghost hunt, and somehow it became like the Pied Piper, and we had like 20 kids with us till like 1 or 2 in the morning on the docks. And I'll never forget this, and this is before I was a psychic or medium or knew that I was. I remember getting really mad. Like we were taking the kids up and down every dock and saying, and we were holding the ovilus. You were here, right?
Yep, I was the one with the
and
ovilus.
So we had the ovilus, and we're all like, I remember getting mad because like we had the kids, we were just trying to have fun in a lake,
We did not know what we were
Yeah, we
doing.
didn't know that it was really going to happen and be true. So I remember we, walked down a certain dock and nothing happened. And then I remember getting kind of mad and I verbally out loud spoke, screw it, but there was another choice word.
I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah, I totally remember that.
I'm like, there's no damn ghost here. God is my witness.
And me is
On the ovilus, it actually said the dock with the slip number to go to, which we did.
And the reason we were ghost hunting here to begin with is because people, skeptics and believers, have always said
Yes.
they experience stuff here.
Like folklore, stories.
Yeah, I mean,
of,
everybody who comes here has some ghost story or has heard some ghost story, whether they've experienced it themselves, whether they have heard about it. Like, this place is known for activity, so we were like, we're going to find it.
Yeah, we're going to find it. So it's Jeff and I, Julie, and a bunch of little kids.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, it said, go to this dock. God, this is a weird, I'll never forget this.
I won't either.
I mean, it was
won't either.
trippy as all hell.
100%.
I have very
all of
little
us,
memories
all
from
of
being a
us
little kid, and
were
I remember
shocked.
Yes.
this.
All
Yeah.
of us.
Okay,
Shocked.
so I was like the leader for some reason, like the Pied Piper with a bunch of little kids.
Yep.
Like, we're talking like 5 to 10 year olds,
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
Good
Yeah.
ghost hunting team.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Ghostbusters.
But once I said, like, basically, screw this, there ain't no ghosts here, I put my foot onto the ramp. Like, there's a dock and then a ramp to go to the parking lot. Do you guys remember this?
Yes.
I put my foot on the dock. Something from underneath the ramp of the dock
Like,
hit it.
punched me where I
Punched
physically
it.
felt it through my foot.
Yes.
And I just froze. And I'm like, guys.
And we
something
were
just-
all frozen. We were like,
Yeah, so like imagine me like Snow White and the 20 dwarfs behind me. And everyone just froze. And
it
I
was
was like,
so loud.
like
It
deer
was
in headlights.
so
yeah, I mean, you
loud.
could hear it like that.
Yeah.
Like it was something like a physical
was- and
And I
hand
remember,
punching
like,
wood.
somebody who had no idea what we were doing was on their boat, and they were like, what was that? And we're like, we don't know.
We got a situation.
We got definitely.
Yeah, so then we like And then we were all kind of a little bit scared because at the time I was not a professional and this was all new to like some of us,
And I
all of
was
us.
like 10 years old, not
And they were
even.
kids. So next thing you know, we got 20 little kids and us,
And we got a ghost in our hands.
Yeah.
and we have a ghost in our hands. So we all sat down on the ramp. We all had cell phones. The weirdest part about it was everyone's cell phones died like within like 30 minutes. There was
The
like
batteries are totally drained.
Yeah.
right, like
Yeah.
all the batteries
Very
died.
quickly.
And then it got to the point where, because we were trying to prove like intelligence or communication, right? Intelligent conversation or consciousness.
Yeah.
And we decided to start asking it yes or no questions. So then Jeff decides to say, because he had a beer. We were not professionals
or
then,
two.
okay? We were just boating.
Maybe 3.
So don't judge us, okay? So Jeff decides.
Learn from our mistakes.
Yeah. So Jeff goes, hey, you want a beer? And it knocked so loud from like
Yes.
underneath, like this.
Yep.
Loud, and he started pouring it beer. And he's like,
And
do you
then
want
it kept
it?
knocking.
Yeah. And it answered, seriously, every, like, kind of like what you do on
Yeah,
your
we were like
equipment.
knock once for yes, knock
Yes.
twice for no, and like it was responding.
Yep.
Every time
For
I
like an
knocked,
hour.
And correctly.
Yeah.
every time I knocked, it responded back.
Yeah.
Jeff, can you talk about how you tried to debunk it though? Because you were like, okay, what if there's an animal under the
Yep.
dock?
Okay.
What do
Oh,
you
I
do?
looked.
I remember
Okay,
You
that.
have to
there's
be
Yeah.
logical, but
There's
he
a
was like, we're
theory
gonna be
that there might
logical.
I
be
looked
like
under the dock.
minks
Minks,
under there
yeah.
or squirrels
Raccoons.
or so we literally crawled under the dock. There's nothing underneath.
Nothing.
You guys, by the way, this is
No
like
animals.
one of the Great Lakes, okay? Like, nothing would be under a dock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a floating dock. I mean,
It's a
where could
floating-
it
It's
go?
a floating dock, too, yeah.
Where could it go?
And no animal, like a raccoon's paw is this big.
And they're
no
not- it's not
animal
gonna be,
could
like,
make like a
bang,
human
yeah.
knock like
Yeah.
that.
And an
It would
animal's not like, oh, I'd like a beer.
Yeah.
You know?
And so we did have video evidence back then.
Yeah.
We
We have
all
to dig it up.
we gotta
I will
find
dig
it.
it up.
I have it.
Do you have some?
I
Yeah.
think I do.
No,
I'll
yeah.
do
Back
some
here.
digging when I get
Well,
home.
then the other interesting time, I think, you guys, I don't think you were here. Jeff was here, obviously. You were here. We decided this kind of became a weekly event for us when she was little. If we were here late at
Yeah.
night, so imagine us, like a bunch of little kids, midnight. Let's go ghost hunting.
Everybody asks me, does your family support your paranormal investigations? I'm like, my family
We're
taught
part
me.
of it.
Yeah, we
I'm
started.
like, where do you think I learned this?
Exactly.
But you know what the best
We like
part was?
influence.
The best
Crazy.
part, let's go back to the dock and the ramp. The best part was there was another boater and he had a Labrador retriever. And this guy thought like he didn't believe in ghosts or spirit. He just thought, I'm glad you're babysitting my kid probably, right? So all of a sudden he had to walk his dog. So he, comes up the ramp, walks his dog, he comes back. As he's coming down the ramp, and this is the nicest, sweetest lab. That thing's never growled. He got to the ramp, the dog, the deepest, throatiest growl.
Yeah, he started.
And this boater was a very muscular, a very masculine man that would never show fear. He looked at us, the Mr. I don't believe. He ran full speed to
Ran
his
all the way
boat.
back to his boat.
And then his son told me the next day, he's like, yeah, my dad doesn't believe this, but I went on his computer and
He's
I Googled,
Googling
he was
a bunch of
Googling
Wow.
ghosts.
Wow.
That's awesome.
But the other cool one was when I was with Taylor, and I'm not even sure you were with me. It might just even you and I
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
But we were in the parking lot, and she was little, and we had the obelisk saying Nicole. Right at that time, our friend Nicole pulled in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Then you actually, I don't even know if you remember this, you were like, you put your hand out to me, and you're like, it's hot here, I feel energy. And then the obelisk all of a sudden stated, because you could see the words, so you can validate it, said, get out of the parking lot, you're gonna, like, basically we're gonna die. Right then, this car almost came in, and she was sitting on the ground, and she's tiny. I mean, she's tiny now, but she was tiny when she's little. She would have been ran over, because up here is very dark.
Yeah, we like ran.
And it said,
honestly,
get out of the parking lot or move
Yeah.
or something. Do you remember what it
Still
said?
to this day, yeah, it was like get out of there, like something
Yeah,
like that. But
like,
like
move
still
now
to
or get
this
out.
day, I think that was actually like probably my first interaction with like a positive spirit that was like truly trying to help us.
Yeah.
I mean, like we probably would have been hit by that car. Like I don't know what that person was driving like in a parking lot, but we got warned about it, and it was for
Yeah.
good reason. I mean, yeah.
There was another time, help me remember, Jeff. There's a story about a man that wanders around here. Or didn't a kid drown in the pool?
There's a
like so many
rumor.
stories. What's
This used to be a mansion. There was a mansion here, and it fell in disarray, and they tore it down, and then somewhere they built a marina. So there was a story that they had a built-in pool,
That's it.
and a kid drowned in the pool. I don't know if
family's
that's-
child.
and
a
people say
family's-
they see this little boy.
Yeah.
We've heard that they've seen the boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Well,
We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Taylor and I are like, yeah, we're finding out today.
the night. Jeff, I have one more question for you.
Yes.
Can you tell one of your stories that you've experienced on your own with the prairie surrounding the marina?
Oh, yeah.
What you've seen. So this property is surrounded by prairie land. And what have you seen?
That's pretty wild.
Well, I saw two people. This is late at night, dark. And I was on a walk. I just walked around the block. It was there's prairie land around here. So I saw two people coming at me, and they're dressed in vintage clothing.
Like 1800s?
1890s, early 1900 clothing. I'm thinking, they probably went to a, Halloween party. It wasn't Halloween, but they went to a party. Of
So
some
they look
sort.
like real people.
They look like
Not
real
apparitions,
people.
like solid
you couldn't
human bodies.
see through them. These are solid people. So they were walking
Or were
at
they?
me, and so I engaged them. I said, "Hi, how are you?" And they didn't answer back. They turned slowly and walked into the prairie.
And disappeared?
But the weird thing is, there's a lot of like high grass. They didn't part the grass. It just like
They were just gone.
Like
they
disappeared?
were just gone. Like they're gone.
And then, by the way, we have a home like 2-3 houses away from that
Yeah.
area, in that area, and you even saw an old man walking into our garage.
Yeah.
This was back
And that was recently, wasn't
about 2 months ago. So I was doing some work in my driveway. I saw out of the corner of my eye, on the corner of the garage, there was a fairly tall man, maybe about 6 feet tall. He's wearing a blue, light blue to medium blue, like coveralls.
Like a jumpsuit? So
Like a mechanic sort of a suit. And I was like, I thought maybe somebody was, thought it was with the gas company or, it looked like that. So I went to the corner of the garage and there was nobody there.
You're like,
There was
who's in my
nobody
garage?
there.
What are you stealing?
There was just nobody
Yeah.
there. This was next to the garage. But
But I remember you telling me also, like, you kind of like felt like you should not even say anything to him, remember?
Right,
You had a
right.
weird feeling, I believe.
yeah, I mean, he looked at me and I would say his hairstyle was 1940s, 1950s, sort of greased back a little bit. I would have guessed he was from the 40s or 50s. But he had these overalls that were like a medium blue. And I looked at him, I'm like, I thought maybe it was somebody, like I said, the gas company, electric company. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing there. So I went along the side of the garage and there was just nobody there.
Wow.
Nobody there.
So as part of my investigations, I purposely don't research the history of the place in advance. Because I want to go in with like a fresh eye. I don't want to have any preconceived notions or bias or anything like that. I want to go in fresh. And then after we investigate, then I try to verify all of the evidence with historical records. So I know nothing. I don't know why everybody sees ghosts here.
Yeah, we just
I
have
just know
rumors.
people
A lot of
do.
people.
So we're going to see if we find anything, and then we'll compare it to records and see what we can find and why this place is known for so much
here's the
paranormal
thing, though.
activity. It doesn't make sense.
There is a shipwreck not far away from me. There's some boats that have
Oh, I've
sank.
heard about
Glad
that.
it
Yes.
sunk. It sunk.
And there's been multiple people who have drowned.
Oh, yeah,
in
right
this
there,
area
right
as
there.
well. I mean,
And
there's been a
died,
lot
yeah.
of drownings.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
it happens every summer.
Well, because there's
Yeah.
a marina next to us. There's other marinas.
Yeah, I heard.
And water is
Right
also
here.
a conduit of energy.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
So a lot of the locations we go to actually are surrounded or nearby water. So it'll be interesting.
That's interesting. But you're
Yeah.
right. Water is an amplifier for energy.
We're gonna see what happens. So
We'll let you know.
Yeah.
come along with us. Thank you for being here. Let's go. Before we get started with our investigation, let's go over a brief history of this location. Due to privacy reasons, the name of this location has been removed, but all of the facts remain the same. On the Great Lakes, in a quiet stretch of shoreline often overlooked by maps, sits a marina with a layered and complex past. What exists today as a peaceful harbor for recreational boaters was once a site of economic ambition, environmental transformation, and some say unresolved trauma. For this investigation, we're exploring the true history of this marina, examining its early settlers, family legacy, a series of recorded tragedies, and the lingering question, why do so many people believe that this place is haunted? Long before the marina existed, this land was largely undeveloped, home to dense marshland, migratory birds, and indigenous fishing grounds. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, German and Scandinavian settlers began building small fishing shacks along the shore. Among them was a family whose name has been redacted, whose patriarch became an important figure in the region's development. He was born in Wisconsin in 1896 and worked in the fishing and shipping industries before purchasing land along this stretch of the lake in the 1940s. His family helped develop the infrastructure that would later support boat launches, warehouses, and eventually a full-service marina, but their vision was not without hardship. According to archived property deeds and local newspaper clippings, the family's development efforts were repeatedly delayed by severe storms and dangerous working conditions. In one recorded incident in 1948, a barge used to transport construction materials capsized, killing 2 crew members. Neither body was ever recovered. Over time, these events were woven into local lore. Longtime workers at the marina claimed that tools would go missing or the lights would flicker. Whether mere superstition or not, the tragedies left a mark on the site's reputation. By the 1960s, the marina had become a hub for recreational boating. The family's legacy lived on in the marina's continued expansion, but more incidents followed. In 1972, a dry dock collapsed during maintenance work, injuring 3 and killing a teenage worker. OSHA records confirm that the collapse was due to equipment failure, but dock workers who were there said that it felt like something yanked the scaffolding out from underneath. Later in 1987, a fuel line explosion aboard a docked vessel caused a brief but intense fire. 1 man died from the burns and another suffered permanent lung damage. Several witnesses later told investigators they'd heard screaming in the water long after the fire was out. In the past 2 decades, there have been no major documented accidents, but a steady stream of anecdotal reports continue. Boaters have reported seeing figures walking along the piers late at night. People have reported hearing knocking, just as our family did, and security contractors have noted motion alerts along docks that appear completely empty upon inspection. Skeptics may say that these are simply tricks of the wind and water, but those familiar with the harbor's full history point to its foundation, literally built atop layers of loss. When we consider what makes a location haunted, we often overlook environmental and historical causes. Here we find both. Unmarked worker deaths, accidents with no remains recovered, and land that was dramatically reshaped, first by industry and then by nature. The family's dream for the harbor did come true, but the cost, both financially and in human life, may still echo today. In this marina, there are photos of the family who initially built this marina, and in one of those pictures is a little boy with the first name Walter. And many people who have boated here over the years have reported actually seeing this boy. We don't know the exact circumstances of his passing or any details. People just say that the person that they see looks exactly like the boy in the photos, and we are hoping to find out more about him here today. Despite all of the claims that have been made surrounding this location and our family's tie, our goal as investigators remains exactly the same. Our goal is not to prove or disprove that a location is haunted. Our goal is to bring in our equipment and see if we have any results on more measurable tools. So let's get started. First, we set up a bunch of equipment to see if we had any gear activation at this site. So I have a bunch of equipment set up. It looks like you already figured out the REM pod a little bit. So let me explain what to do, okay? So the black box that's in front of me, let me show you how to set that up, okay? So for this one, if you put your hand here, it will beep. Can we try that? Can you try to set that one off? In the meantime, I'm gonna explain everything else. This flashlight, if you turn it to the right, it will turn on. If you turn it to the left, it'll turn off. This one, if you go near it, it's gonna blink. The ball, if you touch it, it will light up. The bell, if you move near the white ball on top, yeah, just like that, exactly.
Thank you.
So if you move your hand kind of by that ball that's on top of it, it will go off like that. This is a static sensor. And then the music, good job, you like the bell?
They always love the bell.
I know.
That bell is always the hit.
I know. So the music box also has a little white ball on the back, so if you wave your hand by it, that will play music for you, okay? So let's try some of it out.
It's always the bell.
They always love the bell. Good job.
Wow, good job. Thank you.
Very nice. Thanks so much for doing that. Can you try to go a little bit closer to it so it stays on? So that's a proximity sensor, so if you get really close to it, it will beep. Otherwise, it will stay off. Try that one more time for me.
So people always think too that you only find spirit at nighttime.
No.
And here we're finding it in the daytime. Or when we did the cemetery,
I
it
always
was
find
in
it
the
during the day.
daytime.
Yeah.
So people always think it's gotta be after midnight and the spooky stuff.
No.
I personally believe that spirit walks beside us, and yes, you're right, yes, thank you. I personally believe that spirit's just here in a different dimension. It's like a parallel reality, and just sometimes us humans, unless you have abilities, you don't have the awareness to even notice it or see it because you don't even think about it, right?
I also think people look for it more at night, so they just see it more
Yeah.
at night because that's when they're looking.
Yeah, or they think it's gonna be like they attach the spookiness
Yeah,
to it.
spooky tonight.
Where, you know, I think this is cool because we're showing they just walk beside us every day. You know, it's just human beings have to have that awareness and gain that understanding. Are you a child? Set off a piece of equipment if you're a child. Thank you, so you are a child. Are you a male? Are you a boy?
Yeah.
Thank you. Are you the boy? Yes, thank you so much.
Was your name Walter? If your name was Walter, can you touch that for me again? Good job. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Would you be interested in talking to us a little bit? So we could get to know you? You can leave. Yeah.
Oh.
We would love to talk to you and get to know you better. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Good job, honey.
job.
Good job. Thank you so much.
So this is Walter, huh?
Aw.
Well, Walter, it is so nice to meet you. My name is Taylor. This is Julie and Sherry and Jeff.
Hi, Walter.
Hey, Walter.
And we're just here to hang out with you a little bit. Just a question that I have is, have you ever used these kind of toys with anybody else before? Has anybody ever tried to use these with you? Yeah? Okay. So what we like to do is we like to show you these different kinds of things, see if there's anything you like. And then, yeah, it seems you like that one. Yeah, okay.
Walter.
So after you play a little bit, then we'll whip out something called a spirit box. And that's like a radio you can talk to us through. Okay, so this is called a spirit box. So you can use that to talk to me. Is there anybody there that wants to talk? Yeah? Sure. Okay, what's your name? Walter. Hi, Walter. How are you? Good. I'm glad to hear it. What do you like? What's something you enjoy doing? Music? Did you play an instrument? Yeah? What instrument do you play? Guitar. So Julie has played guitar before. Sure.
What kind of guitar?
What kind of guitar do you play?
I'm a bass player. Did you know that?
Bass player. You're a bass player? No way. That's pretty cool. Yeah. What do you like to do when you're here? Music.
Bass,
again.
keep saying bass
Yeah,
player.
music and bass player.
Do you like our parties we have here this summer?
Do you like when people have parties?
And the band that plays?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm so glad.
Have you seen us before here at the marina or at the parties?
Stop. If you walk close to that box, you'll be able to talk into it. Is there anybody who would like to communicate with us? Why is the flashlight continuing to move like that?
It is.
Why is that moving?
That's creepy.
You want him
I've
chocolate?
never seen anything move like that before.
Do you want the?
And now it's not moving.
No, it's still wiggling a little.
Yeah, it is repeatedly. That is so.
If you want, you can move the flashlight or make it fall off the table if you want.
That is so interesting.
See?
Push down.
Push down? Did you push on the flashlight?
Because I said you could push the flashlight down on the floor.
You can push
You
it down
can.
if you want to. We don't mind.
Since we were experiencing so much paranormal activity, we decided to try an Estes method session next. The Estes method involves one person wearing noise-canceling headphones connected to a spirit box, which is a device that rapidly scans radio frequencies while blindfolded. This setup helps the listener focus solely on potential spirit communication without influence from the questions being asked by others in the room. We typically choose to do the Estes method last because it's a more intense and direct form of contact. Our goal was to first create a calm, respectful environment and use less invasive techniques with basic equipment so that the spirit could become more comfortable with our presence before we moved into more deep communication. This approach was especially important for this specific investigation because we were suspecting the presence of a child spirit and even had reports of a child being seen in the space. When working with what could be a young or vulnerable spirit, it's crucial to build trust first. Jumping straight into something like the Estes method can feel really overwhelming or invasive, so we wanted to start slow and show respect before attempting more direct communication.
Can I ask who's here and who'd like to talk to us?
Yeah.
Hi, sweetie. What's your name?
You know.
Is this Walter?
Hi, sweetie. What is your name? If this is not Walter, what is your name?
Well, it's probably me.
Hi, welcome. We're happy you're here. We'd like to get to know you better.
It's me.
Hi. Do you have a name? What's your name?
It is Walter.
Walter.
Yeah, hi, Walter.
Hi, Walter. How are you tonight? Are you happy to be with us?
Yeah?
So, did you used to live here?
Sometimes.
How old are you?
10.
That's what we thought. Remember, I thought 10 and under. Okay, sweetie. We are so grateful that you're speaking with us. So, did you ever live here in a home, or are you just kind of just liking this location and just like being by the water and lake?
Both.
Okay. And I do have the spirit chat box here. Are you with anybody in your family?
Not now.
Okay.
So, what's your favorite game? Do you like to play games? What's your favorite game?
I love playing jacks.
I love Jax.
I love
I
jacks.
was awesome at that.
Were you really good at jacks?
I think so.
Do you have any other favorite
Are
games?
you?
I used to be good.
I used to kill it. I was great.
Yeah. So do you
Nice.
Yep. Do you have any other favorite games?
We might even have some games in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
What are the other games that you like to play? I used to love swimming. Do you like swimming?
Yes. Playing tag.
Attack's a good thing.
I love tag.
We used to play kick the can too.
Yeah, did you ever play any kind of kicking games, like kick the ball?
Soccer.
Dodgeball? Oh, soccer.
There you go. That's fun.
Yes.
So,
Did you know that?
I didn't know that. I'm learning so much about you. Thank you for telling me so much about you. Because I'm a teacher, I'm a mother, and
Who are you?
I am Teej's aunt. I'm Aunt Julie. And I've known Teej since she was a little girl. And we used to play so many, as a baby. We used to play so many games together.
Wow.
And I know she loves swimming. She
like dancing?
She loved dancing. She was really good at dancing. Do you like dancing?
Nice.
Do you like dancing?
I would. Try that.
It's fun. With the right music, it is fun.
Do you have any questions for us, Walter? If we can help you in any way, we're willing to.
Not really. Where did you get pizza?
From a place called Roma's. Did you have some? And we had the big massacholi because we did invite you when you let me know. I hope you enjoyed your food, if you had any.
Do you like
I'll order it.
Do you like pizza?
Yeah. My favorite.
So pizza's your favorite. It's our favorite too. Were you with us while we're eating?
Around you.
Good.
Was that you talking in the spirit chat box that I had on where it said invitation
Yeah.
where you wanted? So it was really, I really appreciate that you communicated and that you were intelligent and smart enough that you were able to say invitation. And I'm so sorry, we apologize that we completely forgot to invite you. But you were always welcome when we eat here to join us.
You're weird.
Why am I weird?
Talking to me.
So you think we're all weird that we're speaking to you? We just respect
Yeah.
spirit. Well, that's what I do for a living, sweetie. I talk.
I don't get it.
Okay, so
I'm confused.
okay, so I'm somebody that's called a
What are
psychic.
you doing?
I am a psychic medium, and somehow my brain is able to communicate with spirit. But obviously, we're doing
I don't
it.
get it.
We're doing it with how you're doing it right now with Tej. We like to help spirit. So can we help you in any way?
With?
Would you tell me? Is there anything that you need assistance with or help with?
Games.
Okay. Jeff, are there still games on the shelf over here? Can you see any?
No.
Oh. There used to be games in the clubhouse somewhere. Did they get rid of them?
Yeah, let's see games.
Hey, I got an idea. You could go by the pool and there's a white cabinet in there. And there's balls in there. Maybe frisbees too.
Yeah. But no, we're talking to you because we love children. We have children. What, did you ever have a pet?
Yes.
Did you have a dog?
Yes.
Did you have a cat?
Only outside.
That's true. A lot of cats are outside.
2.
Did your family go on the lake and go boating?
No.
Okay. But you like the lake because you're here.
Boats are new
Oh, so
to here.
new to here? How did you find this place?
My dad.
So your dad used to come here?
Yes.
Oh, that's very cool. Do you like it here, Walter?
Why?
Because I like it here. And you're here, so I just figured you liked it here.
Did you ever celebrate your birthday here?
Kind of.
How old were you?
When?
when you celebrated your birthday here?
Eight?
That's a good age.
Do you
did?
have
Oh,
any dessert
Oh,
for me?
We did not have it. We only had pasta and pizza, but
How about like cake?
I don't have any, sweetie. I don't think there was any in the refrigerator either, was there?
I could look. Do you want me to
Okay,
look?
we're gonna look in the refrigerator, Walter, and see, okay?
Walter, I'm going to see if there's any cake for you.
There's not much in
Love
there.
cake.
Yeah, I would like, now you got me hungry for cake.
Do you love cake?
I love cake. And ice cream, though.
No,
I like ice cream, too.
I love ice cream. No cake, Walter. I'm so
Chocolate.
sorry.
Chocolate ice cream, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I like sprinkles, too, on my ice cream. What do you think? Or cherry on top.
I like it.
Yeah, like a sundae, right? Oh, why am I hearing candy bars? Did you like candy bars a lot?
Yes?
So do you have any friends or family with you or anyone to hang out with? Or are you just hanging by yourself, Walter?
No way.
Do you have some friends or family? Is like anyone here with you right now?
No.
Oh. Did you get lonely then?
Yes?
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie.
Were you an only child? Did you have any siblings, like brothers, sisters?
Yes.
Oh,
Did you know like Tommy?
A big family.
oh, big family.
Just for the name Tommy. Do you know anyone named Tommy?
Don't.
You don't? Okay. What were your siblings?
No.
Oh, you don't know?
Where they are.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you know your brothers or sisters' names? Or your parents' names? Maybe we could try to see if we can find them somehow.
1,000,000 days.
Did he say million days?
I look.
Oh, you looked for 1,000,000 days? I'm so
Honestly.
I am so sorry.
Looked.
That is really heartbreaking. I am so sorry, kiddo.
Did you have a sister?
No.
I wonder if there's any like living relatives.
Did
like
you have a brother?
cousins or
Yeah.
anything.
Can you tell me your brother's name?
My brother was not nice enough to me.
Aw.
Oh, I'm sorry. He was mean to you?
That's it. Yeah.
Is it just because you were just like kids though? He was young and you were young? Like siblings fight sometimes, you know?
Not really.
Okay. Can you tell us his name?
He never
Okay.
wanted me
Uh,
around.
yeah, you know, Walter, my sister didn't want me around her sometimes because she was older than me. So sometimes, like, was he older than you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes the older brother or sister doesn't want the little brother or sister hanging with him. I had the same problem, Walter. But I'm sure he still loved you.
No.
Well,
as a child, you feel that way.
yeah. Well, I mean, some people can be jerks too. That's true.
But Walter, we like you. You're always welcome around us and around our family when we're here.
I'll be here.
We can't wait. We're excited. Walter, anytime I come visit, I would love to talk to you. You're always welcome around me when I'm here.
Yes.
So Walter,
Very good.
Okay.
Well, we're happy that you're here with us.
And you're comfortable to talk to us.
Anytime we're here, we would love for you to be with us. And
Okay.
next time we'll bring cake.
Nice.
Chocolate cake.
You're going out in the morning and buying cake.
Very good.
Yay.
Oh, you are. You're going to the
There
morning.
we go. There we go.
We're sending you, or maybe like a donut or something.
Yeah.
Oh, Walter, you like donuts? Donuts.
Yep.
Donuts are
Ooh,
awesome.
donuts.
Who is that?
Me.
No.
Is there a stranger here? Another spirit? Somebody else just popped in? Walter, you gotta tell us who it is.
Donut. Maybe somebody else wants a donut.
He says, who is
Who
that?
are you?
Just listen. Another spirit showed up. He's talking to him.
I don't know you.
Who's there, Walter?
Who are you? Hi.
Are you talking to
How
us?
are you?
I'm Sherry. This is Julie. Or is Walter talking to somebody
I think
else?
Walter's talking to somebody else.
Yeah, but also we even have somebody else talking to us too.
I'm confused.
Walter, are you talking to somebody else besides us?
Yes.
Are they good? Nice or not nice?
They know you.
Ask if it's one of Teja's friends.
Yep.
Oh.
Walter, okay, so Teja's friends are nice.
Small guy.
Small guy, can you ask his name? Because Taylor's friends are nice.
So don't be scared.
Yeah, don't be scared. If it's one of Taylor's people, they'll be nice.
They're friends.
Yeah, they're like family to
Who are you?
And I'm gonna say out loud too. If you're
Who
one of
is that?
if you're one of Taylor's spirits here, please tell Walter your name so we know who this is. And be nice to Walter.
Small guy.
Is it Akio? Is it a little boy, like a 3-year-old?
Who are you?
Walter's so cute.
I'm confused. With you. You're small. Who is that?
Ask him if his name is
Friend?
Ask him if his name is Akio.
He said, yes.
Yeah, so Walter, I don't know how to explain this to you. Taylor has,
Little guy.
yeah, she's got a little guy doll toy, and a little boy resides in that doll vessel, and he's a 3-year-old boy named Akio. And we brought him up here with us today. Do you think that's who that is?
That works.
Yeah, he's a nice little boy.
And he likes music.
Maybe he's there to play with you. Yeah, he does like music.
Music?
Yeah. Walter, do you like music?
Yes. I do.
Akio liked music, right?
Yeah.
So, if it is Akio or one of Taylor's friends, you don't need to be afraid.
All right.
Could be a new friend.
Yeah. So Akio, if this is, be nice to Walter. He's a nice little boy. Maybe they could play together.
Yeah.
Is he being nice to you, Walter?
He said he has.
He has the yes, he has.
Toys.
He has toys.
Toys.
4.
Huh.
Wow.
And he likes boats. If it's Akio, he likes boats really a lot. That's why he brought him up today.
Where are you right now?
Yeah.
You're on a boat, right? Playing. Who else is here with us? Can you tell us? Who's in the room with us right now? Julie. It was clear. Yeah, Julie.
Clear.
Who else? So we got Julie. Who else is here? Your dad. Yeah, you said your dad. And then who was the last one? Hey. Who's number 3? Sherry. Good job.
He loves boats. I gave him a boat toy.
Nice guy.
Aw.
New friend.
Have a good day. Little man.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
That's so cute, little man.
Yeah.
You know, is he showing himself as a little boy to you, Walter? Or is he showing you as a tiny little doll toy? Because his doll toy is really tiny. So maybe that's what he's showing you.
A boy.
Oh, it's a boy.
Oh, it is a boy.
The little boy.
Can you tell us what he looks like? Because we don't know what he looks like.
Yes.
What does he look like?
Small.
So he's very young?
Yeah.
Would you think he was about 3? Ish?
3.
Okay. What color hair does he have?
Black.
Yeah. You are correct. So yeah. So thank you for letting us know Akio is here. Is there any other Taylor's friends here?
He just
What did he say? Can you repeat that, sweetie?
walked in.
Oh, he just walked in.
Oh, another one.
Confusing.
Maybe there's
But-
a new one.
Hello.
Hello. Walter, do you have any questions for us? Because I know this seems kind of new. I'm sure not many people have come into this house and done what we're doing.
I'm just playing.
No, just playing.
You have been like so kind to us.
Taylor? Wake up.
Oh, wake Taylor up.
It's me.
Is it Akio?
When I got home and started digging into the history of the marina, I expected to find the usual. Maybe some old records, maybe a newspaper article or two, especially since the family who lived here were fairly notable figures in the area. But what I found was surprising. I was able to track down Walter's parents, who founded the marina. Both are buried, oddly enough, not here, but in an entirely different state. Their gravestones marked them as Freemasons, but beyond that, there wasn't much. They weren't buried with any of their children, and the children's names, the ones we saw in those labeled photos on the walls of the marina, are completely absent from any known graves across the United States. We know Walter existed, and so did his siblings. We have their photos. We even have a handwritten note from Walter, framed and hanging right there in the marina. But try to find any records of him or any of his other siblings, birth, death, even census entries, it's like he was never here. This made the evidence verification process incredibly difficult. Usually we can line up our findings with the historical record, but in this case, it feels like someone or something has tried to erase them. So if Walter and the others were real, and we know that they were, Where are they now? Why can't we find them? And what really happened here at the marina? We may have finished our investigation, but the questions have only just begun, and I hope to continue to interview people to find out if I can get any more information on this family. If the marina rumor about Walter is true, that he drowned in the family's pool, then it is possible that the family, given their social status, chose to bury the story, both figuratively and literally. And honestly, we can understand why. Tragedies like that during this time period, especially in prominent families, were often hidden to preserve reputation. What's even more unsettling is that the rest of Walter's siblings remain a complete mystery to us. No records, no graves, nothing. And suddenly, Walter's clear hesitation to even mention his brother starts to make a lot more sense. As we close out this investigation, one thing is crystal clear. This marina holds more than just history, it holds secrets. What started as a look into what I thought was a very well-known local family quickly unraveled into something much more complex. We expected records, documents, even public praise, but instead we found missing graves, fragmented photos, and a trail of questions with no answers. The parents are buried pretty far from here, identified mainly only by Masonic symbols, and none of their children, including Walter, appear in any searchable records. It's as if they were completely erased. One thing we can hope in our experience with talking to Walter is that he felt like his story was heard, at least partially, and that someone finally recognized who he was and maybe a little bit of what happened to him. The benefit of this location is that we can continue to go back, and that is super exciting for us because as a family, we can continue to visit Walter, make him feel seen, and show him that somebody out there cares. Thank you so much for joining us for this very special paranormal adventure. We appreciate you watching. Please subscribe for more haunted location investigations and haunted doll experiences.